Hello, good morning students. Now in today's lecture we are going to continue the miscellaneous exercise of chapter complex number. In the previous lecture I had solved the question up to question number 12. Let's continue the question up to last from question number 13 onward. Question number 13. Question 13, I am writing the question. Given, find the modulus and argument of the complex number. Let z is equal to 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i. This is given complex number. Now we have to write its modulus and argument. So first we have to convert this complex number into proper complex number standard form, and after that we will find the argument. So how to change? Z is equal to 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i, multiply and divide its by its conjugate. Its conjugate is 1 plus 3i divided by 1 plus 3i. Simplify. Z is equal to, multiply 1 ones of 1 plus 3i plus 2 into 1 2i plus 6i square upon, in denominator what we have, a minus b and a plus b formula. So we can write 1 minus 9i square. 1 minus 9i square, and I square is equal to minus 1, so it becomes plus 9. Here in numerator z is equal to 1 plus 5i minus 6, I square is equal to minus 1 upon 1 plus 9. So what we have, z is equal to 1 minus 6 is equal to minus 5 plus 5i upon 10. Divide this in both, or you may take common. So z is equal to, we have minus 5 upon 10 plus I times of 5 upon 10. So z is equal to, we have minus 1 upon 2 plus I times of 1 upon 2. Got it? This is complex number. Now we are going to find its modulus. So mod of z is equal to under root square of real part and imaginary part. So minus 1 upon 2 square plus 1 upon 2 square. We have z is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 4. This is what? Let's see. Z is equal to under root 2 upon 4. Now 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, its square root. Z is equal to 1 upon root 2. 1 upon root 2. Or if you want to simplify this, multiply this by root 2, divide this by root 2. So what we have? Under root 2 upon 2. This is modulus, mod of z. Modulus. Now we have to find the argument. Argument means theta. So let's see. Tan theta is equal to y upon x. Here complex number, this is x and y. X and y, this is what? 1 upon 2 upon 1 minus 1 upon 2. This will go, this is minus 1. So let's see in which quadrant this one is lying. In which quadrant? See, x is negative and y is positive. X is negative and y is positive. And this is in which quadrant? In fourth quadrant. So we can write, see, tan theta is equal to, we can write minus tan pi by 4, or tan theta is equal to, we can write tan 2 pi minus pi by 4, or we can write minus pi by 4 also. both can be written. So tan theta is equal to, this is 2 4 8, tan 7 pi by 4. Theta is equal to 7 pi by 4. This can be your answer, or you can write in fourth quadrant, that is minus theta, so minus pi by 4. Both can be written. Got it? So this is how we can convert this, as it's this one we have got its modulus and argument. Let's check this question. You can check it again. This is the question number 1 plus 2i upon 1 minus 3i by multiplying by this conjugate. This is 1 plus 3, multiply this 1 into 1 plus 3i plus 2i plus 6i square. Here 1 minus 3i square. 2 plus 3, 5i. This is minus 6. So we have minus 5 plus 5i. Here we have I square is minus 1, 9 plus 1, 10. Divide this in both, you will get this complex number, and after that you can got it. Got it? So this was the question. In question number 14 is important question. Fourteenth question. Question is, find the real number x and y if x minus iy into 3 plus 5i, x minus iy into 3 plus 5i, 3 plus 5i is conjugate of, is conjugate of what? Minus 6 minus 24i, minus 6 minus 24i. This one is conjugate. So can we write the conjugate? How we write the conjugate? We simply change the sign between real part and imaginary part. So we can write like this: 6x minus iy into 3 plus 5i is equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Minus 6, we have changed the sign between this. Now simplify left side and right side and compare this. I am multiplying. See, we have 3 into x, 3x, 3 into 5, x into 5 plus 5xi, here minus 3iy minus 5i square y is equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Let's check the multiply once again. X into 3, 3x, x into 5i, 5xi, minus I into 3 minus 3iy minus 5i square into y, this side. So I square is equal to 1 minus 1. So let's see, here we have 3x plus, you can take I common here. So we have 5x minus 3y and plus 5y. Here I square is equal to minus 1, this minus becomes plus, is equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Here collect real and imaginary parts together. So what we have? 3x plus 5y together, real, plus I times of 5x minus 3y is equal to minus 6 plus 24i. Got it? So here we have a form of complex number. This side is also complex number. Comparing both sides. Comparing both sides. So this is real. So we have 3x plus 5y is equal to minus 6. Equation number 1. Real part with real part. Now imaginary part. 5x minus 3y is equal to what? 24. 5x plus 5x minus 3y is equal to 24. Equation number 2. So these are two linear equation in x and y. We have to solve these two equations to get the answer. Let's see how to solve. By elimination method, change this coefficient, multiply this by 3 and multiply this by 5. Let's see, 3 3s are 9x plus 15y is equal to minus 18. Here 3 5 5 are 25x plus minus 5 3s are 15y is equal to 120. Add this, so this will go, we have 34x is equal to 102. Now x is equal to 102 upon 34. This is 3 times. So x is equal to 3. Now put the value of x. Since 3x plus 5y is equal to minus 6. Equation number 1, put the value. This is 3 into 3 plus 5y is equal to minus 6. 5y is equal to minus 6 minus 9. This side 5x is equal to minus 15. X is equal to what? This is y, y. Y is equal to minus 3. So answer is x is equal to 3, y is equal to minus 3. Got it? So very simple question. According to question, you have to substitute all the things given. It is conjugate. So we have made its conjugate by changing the sign between them and comparing, simplifying. We have got two equations. On solving these two equations 1 and 2 as simultaneous equation, you have solved in class 10th, and we get the answer x and y. Got it? Any doubt? Now question number 15. In this question we have to find the modulus of complex number. So first we have to change this into standard form, and after that we will get the modulus. Let's see, this is question number 15. Let z is equal to, question is given 1 plus I upon 1 minus I, 1 plus I upon 1 minus I, minus we have 1 minus I upon 1 plus I. So let's simplify to get the proper complex number. Z is equal to, you may take LCM, 1 minus I into 1 plus I. 1 minus I will go, we have 1 plus I into 1 plus I whole square, minus here we have 1 minus I whole square. Z is equal to, break this, 1 plus I square plus 2I, minus, by changing the sign because minus sign is outside, so we can write 1 minus I square plus 2I. In denominator we have a minus b and a plus b. We have 1 minus I square. See, we can write 1 and 1 will go, I square and I square will go. We have z is equal to 4I upon 1 plus 1. Got it? See, 1 plus 1, because this I square minus I square and I square equal to minus 1. So we have 4I upon 2, 2 to the 4. So z is equal to, we have 2I. To write this as proper complex number, we can write 0 plus 2I. The real part is 0, so we can write 0. And after this, get its modulus. Mod of z is equal to under root 0 square plus 2 square. We have got 0 plus 4 is equal to 2. So mod of z is equal to 2 is your answer. Any doubt? I think no. Very simple question. Now question number 16 is again important question. Let's see. 16th question. we have 16th question, given that if x plus iy whole cube, if x plus iy whole cube is equal to u plus iv, then prove that u upon x plus v upon y is equal to 4 times of x square minus y square. Very interesting question. Here in right side we have a complex number, in left side we have a complex number form. So first simplify the left side. Since see x plus iy whole cube is equal to u plus iv, break this into whole cube. What is the formula? X cube plus I cube y cube plus 3 times of x square iy plus 3 times of x and square of I square y square is equal to u plus iv. A cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. Now see I cube is equal to what? Minus I. I cube is equal to what? Minus I. So x cube minus iy cube, x cube minus iy cube plus 3i x square y. Here I square is equal to minus 1. So we have minus 3xy square is equal to u plus iv. Collect real part and imaginary part here. X cube is real, 3 minus 3xy square is real. So x cube minus 3xy square in one bracket plus here this one and this one is, so we can write taking outside this one, we can write 3x square y minus y cube is equal to u plus iv. See, this is real part, this is imaginary part, this side real part and imaginary part. We compare both sides. We write, see, comparing both sides. So what we have? X cube, what we have? X cube minus 3xy square is equal to u. So we can write u is equal to, or like this, x cube minus 3xy square is equal to what? U. Take x common. So x is common, so we have x square minus 3y square is equal to u. Send this u x this side. So we have u upon x. We need this u upon x. So therefore u upon x is equal to, we have x square minus 3y square. Let equation number 1. And v is equal to, real imaginary part, v is equal to this much. So we can write v is equal to 3x square y minus y cube. V is equal to, take y common. So we have 3x square minus y square. Bring this y this side. So v upon y is equal to, we have 3x square minus y square. Equation number 2. Now add equation number 1 and 2. I am writing this side. See, adding 1 and 2. So what we have in left side? We have u upon x and v upon y. We can write u upon x plus v upon y is equal to, see, here we have x square, here we have 3x square. So we have 4x square minus, here see, minus 3y square and minus y square minus 4y square. So simply 4 is common, so we have u upon x plus v upon y. 4 is common, we have x square minus y square. This was to prove, so this is proved. Got it? So this is important question. Simply we are given two complex numbers on both sides. On simplifying, compare both sides, get real part and imaginary part separate and get the value. Got it? So it is simple question. Now let's see. Question number 17 is again important question. See, 17th question, and question is, if alpha and beta are different complex numbers, alpha and beta are complex numbers such that we are given mod of beta is equal to 1, mod of beta is equal to 1, then evaluate the value of, we have beta minus alpha. So mod of beta is equal to given 1, then we have to find the value of beta, mod of beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta. Let us discuss this thing. Beta, see one thing, if we have, try to understand, x is equal to z is equal to x plus iy. If we have z is equal to x plus iy, so what is z bar? Try to understand, what is z bar? X minus iy. So if we multiply this, try to understand, z into z bar, so what do we have? X plus iy into x minus iy. Z into z bar is equal to what? We have x square minus I square y square. So z into z bar is equal to x square plus y square. And what is this? We can write z into z bar is equal to mod of z square, because mod of z is equal to under root x square plus y square. So mod of z square. So same thing here we can use. See, we can write mod of beta whole square is equal to what? 1 square, and mod of beta square can be written as beta into beta bar is equal to 1. Beta into beta bar, just like this, z into z bar is equal to mod of z square. So here beta square, we can write beta into beta bar is equal to this one. We have to find the value of this. Let's see, I am writing beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta whole square. If I am finding whole square, so this can be written as, try to understand, beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta into beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta and its bar, just like this, whole square, modulus whole square is equal to complex number into its conjugate. This is the formula. Now one more line, we can write beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta whole square is equal to, this is, see, beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta into, this is beta bar minus alpha bar is on total upon 1 minus bar of alpha bar is alpha and beta bar. Multiply this side. So if you multiply beta into beta, beta into beta bar, beta into alpha bar minus beta into alpha bar, minus alpha into beta bar minus alpha alpha bar, minus into minus plus alpha alpha bar upon denominator. See, 1 ones are 1 minus 1 into alpha beta bar minus alpha bar beta into 1, alpha bar beta into 1 minus into minus plus alpha bar alpha beta bar beta. So we have alpha alpha bar beta beta bar. See, beta beta bar is equal to what? 1. So we can write 1 minus beta alpha bar minus alpha beta bar plus alpha alpha bar upon, see, here beta beta bar is equal to 1. So 1 minus alpha beta bar minus alpha bar beta plus alpha alpha bar into 1. To check the numerator and denominator, here alpha alpha bar, we have alpha beta bar, here we have beta alpha bar 1, means denominator and numerator are same term. So this will be cancelled. So what we have, beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta whole square is equal to 1. Total cancelled. So its square root we have beta minus alpha upon 1 minus alpha bar beta is equal to 1 is the answer. Simply we have to simplify and we have to follow this rule. Got it? Now question number 18. Let's see. We have question number 18 is simple and important question. Find the number of non-zero integral solution of the equation 1 minus I to the power x. This is what? Mod of 1 minus I to the power x is equal to 2 to the power x. We have to find the value of x. So this is mod of x. So what can we write? See, modulus of this we can write under root 1 square plus minus 1 square and whole to the power x is equal to 2 to the power x. This is under root 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power x. See, this can be written 2 to the power 1 upon 2 to the power x is equal to 2 to the power x. Got it? Under root 2 means 2 to the power 1 by 2. Power and power multiply. We have 2 to the power x by 2 is equal to 2 to the power x. Compare the exponent. Comparing the exponents. So what we have? X upon 2 is equal to x. X upon 2 is equal to x. Bring this x this side. So we have x upon 2 minus x is equal to 0. X is common. We have 1 upon 2 minus 1 is equal to 0. This is minus 1 upon 2x. 1 upon 2 minus x is equal to 0. So what? X is equal to what? 0 is the answer. X is equal to 0 is the answer. What was the question? Question was to find non-zero. We have to find non-zero. Let's check its answer. Given question number, it was we had question number, which one? Question number 18. Question number 18, answer is given 0. Right? This one is 0. Means there is no non-zero solution. There is no non-zero solution, means non-zero solution is 0. So next question is question number 19, simple question. We are given 19th question. We are given a plus ib, c plus id, e plus if, g plus ih is equal to a plus ib capital. Then we have to prove that a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square is equal to a square plus b square. So every time, many times we have seen that whenever we are going to have the square of real part and imaginary part, so simply we get the modulus. So taking modulus of both sides. So what we have, see, mod of a plus ib into mod of c plus id into mod of e plus if into mod of g plus ih is equal to mod of a plus ib. And know that what is a plus mod is square of real part and imaginary part, under root. So under root we have a square plus b square into under root c square plus d square into under root e square plus f square into under root g square plus h square is equal to under root we have a square plus b square. Squaring both sides, we can write squaring both sides. So what we have, see, this side root will remove, so a square plus b square into c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square is equal to a square plus b square. This was to prove. Got it? You should practice all these questions. Now last question of the exercise, question number 20. Question number 20. If if 1 plus I upon 1 minus I whole to the power m is equal to 1, then find the least positive integral value of m. So we have to find the value of m. See, first we have to simplify this bracket. So multiply this by conjugate and divide this by conjugate. Therefore we can write, see, 1 plus I upon 1 minus I, conjugate is 1 plus I upon 1 plus I is the whole to the power m is equal to 1. Got it? Now see, multiply the numerator. We have 1 plus I square plus 2I. In denominator we have 1 minus I square whole to the power m is equal to 1. See, I square is equal to minus 1. So 1 minus 1 plus 2I upon, this is 1 plus 1. I square is equal to minus 1 whole to the power m is equal to 1. See, this plus minus will go. We have 2I upon, we have 2 to the power m is equal to 1. This 2 and 2 will go. What we have? I to the power m. Now you know that since I square is equal to minus 1 and I to the power 4 is equal to 1. So in place of 1 we can write I to the power 4. This is I to the power 4. Now if you compare the exponent on both sides, therefore m is equal to 4 is your complete answer. So these questions can be asked in objective form. You have to learn this. You have to practice all those questions. Make your speed faster and faster so that in your examination for objective question you can do it well. Got it? So today we have completed the chapter 5 exercises. Now we will practice later on some more questions because we have very less time to complete the syllabus, since in from 15 September we are going to have the examination. So we have very less time to complete the syllabus. So we shall start the new exercise, new chapter in next lecture, and whenever we will have time before examination we will practice some new questions. Till then, thank you very much. God bless.